Hey, hey, hey. Hello, 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 hello. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'll wait a few more minutes, but I'm a little late because life happened. So I'm 3 minutes late. I wanted to start at 9, but we are here. Thank the Lord we are here. So, happy Wednesday, everybody, and hopefully everyone had a great day. If you live in Georgia, we don't know what the weather's doing because 1 minute it's freezing and then the next minute it's hot. So you're just confused with life. I'm quite sure other states are the same way, just confused with life. But anyway, happy Wednesday to everyone. This is the first segment or episode or edition or part of a series or however you want to call it of I don't know if it's going to be Tea Talk with Toni, because that reminds me of TikTok a lot, and we all know about TikTok. Like, TikTok was just kind of like they pushed that thing real hard. So at first you didn't know anything about TikTok, and then they pushed it, and everyone was just like, what the heck is TikTok, and why is it, like, why do we keep seeing TikTok? And it's like so annoying, and now like it seems like people are actually getting famous off of TikTok. Like, I've noticed that. Like, some people are actually, side note, casting agencies are looking at TikTok. Crazy, right? Anyway, not the point. So it's either going to be Tea Talk with Toni, that reminds me of TikTok, or it's going to be Tea with Toni. Still trying to figure out the name, not quite sure which name we're going to be doing, but it's going to be one of those names. I just don't know which one we're gonna pick. We're gonna figure it out though. But if you guys have any comments or suggestions after I explain why I wanted to use this name, then I am all for suggestions. But because right now it's Tea Talk or Tea with. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But hello, happy Wednesday for everyone. And yes, I do have my tea right here with my teacup. Get it, teacup. Sorry. Anyway, so I have my teacup. I know we have some coffee drinkers out there. So hello, coffee drinkers. But I am a tea girl, so we're gonna be sticking with tea. So let's get into this. Why am I doing this? So in my other live, I kind of explained it a little, but we're gonna jump right on into this. It was laid on my heart last year to do something like this, to have a conversation, to get people together, to share knowledge, share wisdom, to do crosstalk, to be transparent with people and to gain knowledge. Like, it was really heavy on my heart last year to do this, but because I was scared and I'm like, I don't have any experience and nobody's going to talk to me and nobody's going to listen to me and blah, 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 blah. You know how all that negative self-talk stopped me from actually doing this. But the more I see things happening in the news, the more I see things happening in the world, it's just like this is needed. Because there's people struggling out there who, somebody out there has experience with certain things that somebody else is going through. And because the person that went through it or experienced it is bottling it up inside and not talking, this person over here is struggling. So I really wanted to just have a conversation, drop some topics down, talk about the topics, learn some stuff myself, and do it that way. So I would like to do this once a week with different topics, and we'll see how this goes. And who knows, if this blows up and takes off, I'll probably do a YouTube channel and get more followers and more people watching. But for now, we're just going to see. I'm going to keep pushing though, even if this is just me, myself, talking by myself. I'm going to keep pushing. And I'm gonna make this work somehow. I'm going to make this work. So anyway, so a little bit about myself. My name is Toni. Most of you guys know me because I think this is on Friends page on Facebook. So there's some people who don't know me and some people who do know me. So if you don't know me, hi. If you do know me, hi. My name is Toni. I wear many, many hats, as I know a lot of people watching do. we wear lots of hats in life, and we are constantly juggling, and we're constantly changing these hats from day to day. And sometimes our hats drop, and sometimes we're not the best at one hat but the other hat. And I want to say good job. I tip my hat. I tip my hat to all of you watching, for especially the moms out there, the moms who have children or even small children or big children, the moms that have those 9 to 5s. So you not only do you have the mommy hat, you also have the full-time work hat. And then so you go from work to change to mommy, and then it's time to go to bed. And we do this Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, because mother's job never ends. So for all the moms out there who are taking care of kids and working, I tip my hat off to you. For the mothers out there that are single moms, and you have a child and you have a 9 to 5, and you're still trying to do that hustle while staying afloat, I tip my hat to you too. I tip my hat to those people that are going back to school. Why doing a 9 to 5? Why being a mom? The ones that maybe couldn't do their education early but had to wait on the flip end to get their stuff together. I tip my hat to you too. I tip my hat to everyone out there, to all the women. And you'll notice that this is kind of geared towards women only because I myself am a woman, so I can speak about women's stuff. Hopefully one of these days I might be able to get a male presence up here, maybe for one little episode, so that he can tell his side of the story. But that might take a minute because not everyone likes the camera as much as I do. But for all the women out there who are doing their thing, that are on their hustle, that are on their grind, that some days it is easy and some days it's hard, for those moms, for those women out there that struggle with stuff silently in your room and nobody even knows that you have those issues, but you put your face on and you get out there and you show the world that everything's okay, but secretly behind closed doors you're not okay. I tip my hat to you. I tip my hat to all the women that are just trying to make it from day to day. I tip my hat to the lonely women. I tip my hat to the depressed women. I tip my hat to everybody who is going through stuff, who just needs a community of women behind them. And I've noticed in the world that we live in, men get a bad rap, and sometimes they deserve it. But men talk about women, especially, and I'm going to say this because I'm an African American woman. We get a bad rap. Women generally usually kind of get a bad rap, but like African American women, we are stereotypically placed in the rude, obnoxious, loud, neck jerking, la 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 la, like, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And guys say it a lot about women. And the thing about it that I'm noticing, like just watching the world that we live in, like we don't even need the men to say mean things about us, because the way we treat each other is horrible sometimes. And we all can look back in our thoughts, and we can all look back in our memories of that one girl. Could have been a mean girl in high school, or it could have been a mean girl in college, or it could have been that one cashier at the Walmart or something that had an attitude, who like was nasty to you, or the waitress or whoever. It seems like women in general, we are mean to each other. And it's so sad because we have so many women out here that are lonely. Like, we have so many women who don't have true friends around them because of past hurt relationships that they've had with other women, where they can't trust other women, or they've been backstabbed, or they're afraid of the side eye, or they're afraid of being judged, or all that stuff. And it's so sad. So I kind of wanted to do a thing where we are not judging, or we're in a safe place. Like, I want this to be a safe place, a place where we can talk and not be judged, a place where we can talk and not have biases. We can talk and not worry about the side eye, or the mean comments, or the bullying, or all that. I wanted to put that away for just for a few minutes on a Wednesday. I just wanted us to be able to have conversation, to talk, to earnestly listen to each other and have an open mind about where we're going and, what we can glean from the conversation. Now, obviously, all conversations are not everybody's conversation. So if you're listening to this and you're just like, don't need that, then we can move on with life. But if you need it and you have more questions about it, ask, because I have questions. You guys have answers. So I'm going to be asking questions because I know somebody out there has the knowledge that we need. So I wanted to make a safe place for women that we can be friends. Like, some of y'all I may never meet in my life, but I would like to have a safe place where women can talk to each other and have friendships, because we are lacking in the friendship area in the world that we live in. We always have some that we have fake friends, we have frenemies, and it's really hard to find true friends sometimes. Like, and you don't even need that many friends. It's not like back in high school when you had like 50 friends and you were like the popular girl. All you really need is one or two, and you're good. But those are those one or two that you are trustworthy, the ones that will, encourage you, the ones that will motivate you, the ones that will inspire you, the ones that will pat you on the back, the ones that will be a shoulder to cry on, but aren't going to judge you or, tell you you're weak, or you're going to tell your whole life story to, and then they're going to turn around and, say something to somebody else. So that's what we don't want. We want relationships. I want to help. Hopefully, I want to get people closer to having true friendships. Maybe just one or two people. And just remember the whole crab mentality. And some of y'all might have heard about the crab mentality, but pretty much the crab in the bucket mentality. In essence, if you put crabs in a bucket, they will claw each other to try to... No, but none of the other crabs are helping any of the other crabs out. They're all trying to get out, but it's like every man for himself. So nobody's helping, and because everyone's pulling everybody else down, nobody gets to another level. And I was just telling one of my friends, it's one of those where I don't have the crab in the bucket mentality. It's not one of those. If I see my friends going higher, going to another level, getting that promotion, getting that new car, getting married, having that another baby or whatever, it's not one of those where I'm going to silently sit back and hate on her. It's like, oh, I should have got that promotion. Why did I? No. I know that if you raise higher than me, if you get to that next level, I know you can put your hand down and help pull me up. And I know vice versa. If I get to that next level, I can put my hand down and pull you up. So that's how friendships should be. It's like a stepping stone. You go up, you help me up. I help you. I go up, you help me, I help you up, and so on and so forth. If everyone is trying to compare themselves with other people and everyone's hating on each other and judging people and bias and side-eye and just being nasty, you're going to stay at that level. Everyone's going to stay at that level, and nobody's going to get higher because we're all crab in a bucketing right there. So anyway, I don't want this to be a crab in a bucket kind of thing. I want to encourage and motivate and inspire someone to take that chance to do something, or feel free to ask that question. You're struggling with something in your life, because chances are there's nothing new under the sun. Somebody has gone through what you're going through, and they have lessons learned that maybe could help you in your relationship, or in your finances, or in your health, or whatever circumstance that you're going through. So that's the main reason that I decided to do this in the first place. Hopefully I will get feedback. Hopefully I'll get people talking, because if not, it'd just kind of be me talking, and that's not really helpful. I probably could talk to people outside of this and bring it back, but it'd be nice. And even if you don't want to talk on this thing, you can always DM me, or you can always call me, or you can always email me, or whatever. You can reach out to me. And if you have a question, and you don't want everybody else to know that you asked the question, it will be anonymous, because this is a safe place. So the reason I picked T is because in the Urban Dictionary, so if you ever wanted to know a slang, If you hear a slang in the streets and you don't know what that word means, you can go to the Urban Dictionary. The Urban Dictionary will break down everything for you and what it means, and some of the definitions are not on point. Some people have biases about the definitions. Other definitions are pretty cool. So the tea, I decided, and we all heard about tea and sipping tea, and I got the tea, and do you got the tea, and that's the whole slang, the tea. So the Urban Dictionary slang word for tea means the best kind of gossip, typically shared between friends. It is a bonding tool for people of all ages. Another one I saw was gossip or personal information belonging. When you're going to hear about gossiping, and you're going to hear about stuff like, oh, I got the tea, I'm sipping tea, and it's usually about other people, and it's usually not uplifting stuff about other people. So this is not Tea with Toni. So if you came thinking that we're going to drop some gossip or we're going to talk about people or stuff like that, this is not the live for you. This is not what we're doing. This is encouraging and motivating. So tea, the actual tea that I'm drinking right now, actually has health benefits. And I was looking at some, and it was like helps with, antioxidants. Some of them said that if you drink it, certain ones like, black tea and stuff like that, help with cancer. It can help with your bones. It can definitely help with your digestive system. I will have to say ginger tea, I cannot stand ginger. I really can't. But the ginger root, if you get a ginger root, okay, real quick, ginger root, boiled, chop it up, get it, clean it, chop it up. Well, peel it, chop it up, boil it, and drink it. It helps with stomach aches. So it helps with morning sickness. It helps with stuff like that. So definitely ginger tea is very beneficial. But as we know, a lot of teas are beneficial. They help with the body. They help with cleansing. They help with the health all around certain teas. So that's the reason I picked the name Tea Talk or Tea with Toni or whatever I'm going to name this thing. It's going to have tea in it because tea has beneficial properties that are good for your health. So when I talk about tea, I want to say words that will uplift, words that will motivate, words that will encourage the next person. So no, we are not going to be gossiping. We're not going to be degrading anybody here. I just really wanted to have a place where, we can make friendships, or we can make relationships, or we can have another group of women that, we can get together once a week and laugh together and have a chat. I went to a women's conference earlier this year, and the whole thing was pretty much no judging. It was a safe zone, no judging, no bias, no nothing. And for 3 whole days, for the whole weekend, from Friday to Sunday, it was so nice to be able to be around women and not worrying about, are they going to give me the side eye, or if I'm going to get a attitude over here, or like if I accidentally bump somebody, are they going to go off on me or anything? And that's kind of where I want this to be, that a safe place for women to come and talk. So hopefully I'll be able to do this every Wednesday. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to do this every Wednesday, because when God tells you to do something, you kind of have to do it. So that's where I feel like he's leading me to do this, because I feel like even if I only get 1 view on all my videos for the rest of my life, there'll be that one person. There's going to be one person that hopefully I can connect with, that I can talk to, that we can share information, that we can grow together. So, hey girl, hey Tiffany, hey girl, hey. So yeah, but I really think it's time that we have a conversation, and I want to talk about any and everything. Nothing is off limits. Now, we're not going to get too much TMI, because right now I'm anybody who knows me knows that I'm a very outspoken, outgoing kind of person. But this takes me out of my comfort zone, because this is transparent stuff. This is me being open, not just with my friends, but with other people watching. So I have a feeling there's going to be people that I'm not going to know watching me that I'm being transparent with. So this is going to like get me out of my comfort zone. But I know if some of the experiences that I've gone through, no matter how painful they were, no matter how much I cried myself to sleep, if there is something that touches something and resonates in something or somebody and helps them get through what they're going through, then I know that my job here is done. I know that I've done something great. So just let me know. I'm not going to try to stay on this too long because it is 9 o'clock. So I'm thinking around, we're at 23 minutes right about now. So maybe about 15 to 20 minutes that I would like every Wednesday to come on and talk. If you have any like conversation starters or you have any topics you want to discuss, pretty much I'm going to be definitely talking about relationship because that needs to be talked about. There's some stuff going on that I have questions about, and I need y'all to answer me on some of them questions, like side chicks. Like I have a whole question about that, but we're not going to do that again tonight. I just have a whole question about that. So relationships, I want to talk about parenting, what works, what don't work. For the people who have all boys, for the people who have all girls, like I really want to talk to you. We have things to talk about. I want to talk about finances, not so much in the nitty gritty of money, because I may not be the best with that. But hopefully, if this picks up steam, I'll be able to bring people on and we can have a conversation about that. I want to talk about, and another thing, so just to put this out here, so if you want to click off, you can. I'm a Christian. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that I'm going to Bible bash you. It's not one of those where I'm going to be like, and you need to, you're going to go to hell and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. No, this is not that. We're not doing that because I think Christians get a bad rep because we have so many so-called Christians out there who are making it bad for everybody else. And we have some people who aren't even really Christian who are saying they are and doing crazy stuff that makes us look bad. So I'm not going to be Bible bashing. You might hear a couple verses every now and then, but it's me honestly and earnestly wanting to share my heart, share my knowledge, share my wisdom with other people, like-minded people who are open-minded, who want to share with me, because I don't know all of this stuff. And I think this is the thing that got me about doing this, is that I felt like I didn't have enough experience and I wasn't like the SME, as we call it, subject matter expert on anything. But you guys know so much. And I earnestly want to learn from you guys because there's stuff I'm going through right now that I know some people have already gone through, and they'll be like, "Ooh, girl, let me tell you about this and this and this and that, and this is how I did this and that and that." So that's what I want to do. Every Wednesday, I would like to come up here and start these topics. I think the first topic I'm going to really talk about is relationships and friendship, because that's so, so, so important, and we're lacking that as females. Females are lacking friends, and we need friends. All right, sweetie, good night. And we need friends because I don't think we're supposed to walk this world alone. And there's a lot of women out there who need friends. They need people who have their back. They need ride or dies. Tiff, I'm going to try to... the way my life is set up is looking like 9 o'clock is going to be... 9 o'clock on Wednesdays is looking like the best time for me because my kids would be in bed. But obviously, as you can see, one of them didn't make it to bed. So I'll try to do it earlier. But for right now, we're going to stick to 9. And we'll probably... 9 to 9:30, 9 to 9:15, something like that. So if you can't watch this, I'll post this. This will be on my personal page. So all of these are going to be on my personal page, and my the jewelry stuff, all that other stuff, since I decided to separate it, I'm going to keep those on my business page. So you guys are not just bombarded with a whole bunch of lives, because it's just like, oh, Toni's doing a live again. Nobody cares. So I don't want to lose friends over this. But I think our next topic is definitely going to be friendship. We need friends. We really, really need close, not ride or die, because all my friends know I ain't finna die for you. I mean, I'll ride with you. But we got questions on that too. So The next one will definitely be about friendship and the bond that women need. And just know we're here to, hey Michelle, we're here to be friends. We're not here to judge. We're here to learn. Like, I really want this to be educational. I really want, after one of my lives or wherever, I want you to be like, you know what? I never even thought about that. That's right. That seems right. That's where I want this to be. And if at any time you guys feel like I'm not doing that, you feel like this is a waste of time, yeah, we're riding with bottles with no glasses. I got you on that one. That's how we ride. Just popping bottles, popping bottles. But if you ever feel like you're watching this and you're like, what is Toni talking about? This is not helping me at all. This is just a waste of time. I need you guys to say something, because the community, people, it takes a village. And they say it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to not raise women, but it takes a village to be around women. We need villages. We need other women. We need younger women. Like, the older women need the younger women. The younger women need the older women. We need that wisdom. We need that crosstalk, because even the older women know stuff that the younger women haven't even got to yet. They have wisdom in them. And the younger women know stuff that the older women don't know, because our generation and our world is changing so much that some of the stuff they never had to deal with, but the younger ones are going with it. So we need to crosstalk, and we need to be there for each other. And like, this is my prayer. My prayer is that we can do this. I'm not going to bombard you guys with this. If you don't want to watch, that's fine. If you do, Wednesdays, I will be here. I'm going to try to be on time. You guys, I'm going to try to be at 9. If any time between 9 and 9:05, I'm going to try my best to be up here. Hopefully my background will look a little different, because this is the makeshift right here. You might be different places in my little house doing this, but I really want this to be work. God is telling me to do this, so I am just jumping off a cliff of faith right here, and hoping this will bless, and that we can have this time. And I'm super excited about this. I'm super excited about the things that we're going to learn, the things that we're going to share, and how this is going to impact people's lives. All right, so I've talked a lot. I've talked for 30 minutes. There we go. So about 9 to 9:30 maybe. If this takes off later on, I might go longer, but if not, that's fine too. So thank you guys for coming. Also, for everyone jumping on who are watching right now, I need a name. I'm thinking Tea Talk with Toni, or Tea with Toni, or something with T and Toni. So if you guys could drop down like some comments, or call me, text me, DM me, like, we're having a conversation here. I need some help. Like, I really would like a name, a really good name. It has to have Toni and T in it. So however, and if you already like one of the names, just let me do it, and I'll figure it out from there. But I love you guys, even the people I don't know. Like, my heart goes out to everybody, and like, because I see women out there, and I applaud you all, because it's hard being a woman. It's hard being a woman. It's hard being us. Like, I think we downplay it sometimes, so we don't seem like we're weak, and we always want to be strong and have this strong face, but it's hard being a woman, because you carry so much. You carry so much with you, especially a mom. Like, you have to support your children. You have to take care of your children. You're the ones your children look up to, and you have to carry them, not physically. I mean, if they're smaller, yes, but I mean with emotionally, you have to carry them. Sometimes religiously, like, especially when they're younger, you're the one praying over them at night. You're the one going in intercessory prayer with them, for them, because you're the covering of your child. So then you have your husband, if you're married, or even if you have a boyfriend, we'll put it that way, mostly wives, because you have a bigger responsibility as a wife. And that's a whole nother conversation, the wife aspect. But you have a cross to carry also, because now you're trying to cover this man. And you have to be there for this man. You have to do your wifely duties to this man. So you have wife, you have children, if you're at a job, if you're at school. I mean, we have a lot going on, and we can't do this by ourselves. God didn't put us here just to be by ourselves. So I just want to be with somebody. Like, I have friends, obviously. I'm not trying to do this just because I'm lonely. I have friends. I have some really, really good long-term friends. But there are people out there who need other friends. There's people there who need talkings, and they need conversations, and they need education. And one last thing is, like, another reason I was kind of didn't want to do this is because some of the stuff I want to talk about, it's just like, well, you already know that. Everybody else already knows that. There's no use beating a dead horse because you already know this. But then I'm realizing that just because I've experienced it, just because I've been exposed to it, just because I've had people in my life mentoring me, doesn't mean that other people have had that same mentoring. Things that are common sense to me may be foreign to them. My thoughts or reasonings of doing stuff could be like, oh yeah, we do this because of this, but other people are just like, oh, I never heard that a day in my life. So I would like to just crosstalk. Like, I keep beating that, but crosstalk, we gotta talk. We gotta connect as women. We have got to stop being so. And I'm not trying to say that all of us on here are just nasty to each other. I'm not trying to say that. But there are women who are nasty to other women. And we have to stop that. Just in our little circles, we have to stop that because we are stronger united. Like, we need other women to help other women to help other women. And then you have your kids that it's like, I have 3 daughters. What am I teaching them? Am I teaching them to keep going on with this nasty behavior of comparing yourself? And that's another topic we're talking about, comparing yourself. But what am I teaching them? Because even in elementary school, there are already mean girls in elementary school. In elementary school, they're little, but they're already learning this stuff. And we have to break this cycle. We have to. We are stronger united. And we have to get united. And I'm trying to unite the women around me. Like, I can only touch so many people. But the people I want to get a united village of women with me. So, okay, so I've talked a lot. So it's 9:35, so I'm going to cut it loose. I see some of you guys, Tea Talk with Toni. Okay, literally the Tea Talk with Toni. Okay, I've got a couple of those actually, and Tea Time with Toni. Okay, so I will look into those, and hopefully by next Wednesday I will pray about it. And we will choose a name. But relationships is next. Friendships is next. We're going to talk about friendships. And if you guys have any comments or anything, I'm going to be giving stories. So if you guys want to chip in or anything that you've experienced, I'm down for that. Everything will be anonymous unless if you want everyone to see it, you can put comments under this. If you don't want anybody to see it, DM me personally, and my lips are sealed. And nobody will ever know that we ever had that conversation, or you asked that question. So, because I'm here about trust. It's all about trust. Once you break the trust, this crumbles. So I want trust with you guys. All right. Anyway, so thank you everybody who showed up on my first night. I love you guys. And I will see you guys next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And have a blessed night. And I'll see you guys later.